Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 10 of the Minnesota Timberwolves MyGM here. And Larry Sanders gets the Defensive Player of the Year as we head into the offseason. A big offseason ahead. We're trying to build off of a disappointing, missed playoff opportunity, I guess is how I would word it. Not really too sure. But anyway, the only All-NBA member we get is Larry Sanders, who makes All-NBA first team, or All-NBA defensive first team, I should say. So that's pretty cool. We do have our defensive center for the future, it does appear. That is something to build off of, but we're going to have to make some moves. Our team is not good enough right now to win a championship, and that's the ultimate goal. I'm not going to be a team that settles for making the playoffs year in and year out and tries to be, you know, adequately okay. But you're going to see a pretty crazy NBA Finals here. Check out the East. Bucks, Pistons, and it's going to be Rockets, Bucks in the finals. No surprise there, Rockets beating the Bucks. If the Bucks won the finals, it'd be pretty outrageous, but anyway, both 8 seeds won their matchup. Both 8 seeds actually made the conference finals. It was really surprising. But James Harden is your NBA Finals MVP. Here are the players that are retiring. No one too notable. I guess KG, Hamilton, and Rip Hamilton are probably the most two notable there. KG does make the Hall of Fame there. No grace period between when you retire and when you get voted in this game. We got some goals from the offseason here from owner Eddie Chase, who is right now is very happy, but that is not going to last because I have my own idea of how I want to approach this offseason. And at all costs, I just want to get better. I don't care about, you know, getting a pick or, re-signing everyone. I don't care. I just want to get better. I just want to win a title, and I really don't care what Eddie Chase has to say about it. So I'm going to sort of do my own thing this offseason, and I didn't come into it with a real plan. I just knew I wanted to upgrade at certain spots. I thought shooting guard could probably get better. Same with small forward. I think I want to keep Kawhi. I wanted to build around Sanders, but we have this great opportunity. The Jazz end up with the worst record in the league, so we have a chance at the #1 overall pick. In fact, we have the highest chance at the #1 overall pick. Hopefully we can get it. Lowest we can go is #4. So at worst we're getting a top 4 pick, but if we got 4, I'd be pretty disappointed. We'll see what happens. We're getting close to the top 4. Knicks 6, Celtics 5, and we get the 4th pick. With the highest odds at the #1 choice, we get the 4th pick. I was pretty disappointed in that. So here I cut as much staff salary as I could to try and get a good coach, but we still did not have enough for Greg Popovich. So I decided to hire Lawrence Frank on a 1-year deal in hopes of trying to get a guy like Popovich next year maybe, or maybe even someone better, who knows, although I don't know if there is anyone better. But anyway, we're going to pick up all the options, all our team options on Barnes, Yang, and Muhammad, and then I believe Chase Budinger opted into his player option. Fine by us. You can take a look at some of the free agents here who opted out of their deals, or maybe opted in, or got their options picked up and all that. And Seth Curry, I'm not going to offer the qualifying offer to because it's not worth paying him $2.7 million, so he'll become an unrestricted free agent, as well as a couple others. But when we get into the draft, this is where we did most of our roster sculpting for this upcoming season. You're going to see some pretty big moves coming up, and a bit of a shakeup in our core. So Adam Silva gets ready to get the night underway. The Timberwolves are ready to wheel and deal their way, hopefully towards a playoff spot and maybe, just maybe, an NBA title. So we're going to see what happens here. We do have the #4 overall pick, and I actually decided to keep the pick. Was going to deal it for a while, but we picked Zach LaVine, or Zach Levine. I'll have to figure out how to pronounce that. But he was drafted by the Timberwolves in real life. Is a top 4, or he was projected top 3 pick in this draft. Figured I'd take him, and then here's the big shakeup: Ricky Rubio and Klay Thompson for Dante Exum and Enes Kanter. Now I just decided to do the pump-up player pitch thing here because it was completely ridiculous for them not to accept this. Exum. And, you know, now we're going to have Exum and Levine in the backcourt, and once I sort of had this opportunity, I decided it was something I immediately wanted to do, and I'll explain it in a sec, but then we're going to flip Harrison Barnes and Enes Kanter. I knew I didn't want to keep Kanter. I really wanted to use him as a trade chip, and we're going to pick up Al Horford, a guy in an expiring deal from the Hawks, who's been rumored in trades before. Hawks not really sure if they're going to deal him or hold on to him for the future, but a big, big deal there. So now we're also going to flip a couple second-round picks in J.J. Barea for the 20th pick in the draft, and now have an opportunity to use that as we will approach it here. And we're going to flip Jeff Teague and that pick for Rodney Hood and Patty Mills. So we get a couple bench pieces there. So that was a lot of stuff in one little blurb there. But I know I didn't show that trade very well. But it was Jeff Teague we got in the Al Horford trade. I did not even realize we got him. And we flipped him in the 20th pick for Patty Mills and Rodney Hood's and match pieces. So here are just some minor signings. No one big here. We went after in free agency. We didn't have a lot of room. We get Bellinelli back as well as Elfrid Payton. We also re-signed Dante Cunningham. You saw that earlier. We're going to pick up Per Ontic here as like a 3rd center. He's just going to be a reserve. But yeah, so I'll explain here for a minute or so what I wanted to do with that team. Once I saw the option to get Levine, I really wanted to do that because, I'm big into rebuilding with the guys that are already there. So I wanted to build around Rubio, but once I saw Levine there, I thought, well, Levine was drafted there in real life, so it sort of still fits into that mold. And I like what Levine can bring to the table. He's very athletic. He's got a lot of potential, very high ceiling, low floor type of guy, which the Timberwolves got at, what, 11 or 14? I think it was 14 in this year's draft. Maybe it was 11. I don't know. It was 11 or 14. But having him and Dante Exum in the backcourt, and the same backcourt, gives me a lot of athleticism, a lot of, head first, going at the rim. I sent both of them to the perimeter shooting camps because they're both not great three-point shooters, but that got them up to good ratings. But they're going to be both, attack wing guys on the pick and roll. This is going to really give our team an identity, a little bit like the Phoenix Suns last year with the 2 point guards and just attack, run more on the floor, all that stuff. We're going to be a really explosive offensive team, I think. But I think what this really does is make us great defensively. We got Sanders, Kawhi Leonard. Horford is not too shabby defensively, and he moves back to his natural position at power forward, which is what he played in college, and is probably what he fits better at. We still have Kawhi, and then Levine and Exum are athletic enough to be very good defenders in their own right. So I really like how we sculpted this team. It was a pretty big shakeup for a team that maybe didn't need that huge of a shakeup. But I think we now have a serious identity, which I think we lacked last year. I think we were just, some good young players without a serious identity. Now we're going to be this attack team, pick and roll, defense, athleticism, those things. We're not going to be great shooting, which is what I wanted to improve on going into this offseason, but I still like how the team is sculpted. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy the offseason. Game 1 of Season 3 coming out soon, and I'm out. Peace.